Hi everyone, it's Rocio, Community Manager with Life by You, and I'm here to talk to you about cooking. A quick note up top that we do have a blog accompanying this video. It is in the description below by our game designer Lauren, who worked on this feature. So if you want more information, this will have some of the basics, but the blog goes into more detail. Without further ado, let me go into some of the topics that Lauren covers in her blog, including the different types of meals. We have three main food categories, including breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So here you can see cereal and milk is a breakfast option, ham and cheese sandwich is a lunch option. And you can unlock more options as you level up your cooking skill. She also goes into the different types of cooking. So for example, this sandwich was made using the refrigerator. You can also cook on the counter and on the stove, as well as the barbecue, which you can see in the blog. One other thing you'll notice on this screen is this orange icon. It's basically telling you whether or not you have the number of ingredients you need for that recipe. So for example, here you can see I'm missing 4 different ingredients. It'll cost me $31 plus a $4 delivery fee to get these and make this fruit and cheese plate. Antonia doesn't have the best stocked fridge right now, as you might be able to tell. She just started living in this house. So I'm going to go ahead and make a green salad because it's the only thing she has the ingredients for. You're familiar with this recipe and with this animation, but just in case you forgot, here she is chopping her vegetables. A quick note here that we're continuing to work on animations and art, and we're actually on an older build right now while some changes are happening in our newer builds. So you might notice some things out of date or missing icons. They're in the newer build, we're just not on that build right now. One other topic that Lauren covers in the blog is how to improve your cooking. Naturally, cooking improves your cooking. As you can see here, Antonia is upgrading her cooking plate by plate. But you can also actually increase your cooking by looking at others cook, as well as reading books that help you with the cooking skill. We're going to have Antonia just cook in order to increase her level, but right now she's kind of short on ingredients, and I don't want to just keep ordering online. So let's make some pancakes and actually go to the store to pick up those ingredients. And we are on our way. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so that we can get back in time for breakfast, I guess, since we're making pancakes. Now that we're at the Friendly Food Mart, you can see that there are different displays, each of which have different types of food available to them. So, for example, I know since we're making pancakes, we want to have milk, eggs, and flour. Let's start at the refrigerated section. And here you just click on the display, click shop. If you watched our crafting video, it's very similar to how you shop online, you just shop in store. So you click on it, place in cart, or one-click buy. Once you have it in the cart, I'll show you, but you can just go ahead and buy them all at once. You can also, of course, just double tap. That's much faster. I am not really paying attention to what I'm buying at this point. I'm just kind of stocking up my fridge. And if you want a different display, each display has different ingredients in it, so this one has way more variety if there's other things that you'd like flour, which we do need for the pancakes, as well as rice and different meats. Lauren covers this in the blog, but we have so many ingredients for you to choose from, and if you do make your own recipes, you can mix and match up to 10 different ingredients. And I am absolutely rebuying ingredients I already got, so don't look too closely at what I'm buying. I don't know what I'm making. After the pancakes, we'll see what makes sense. But let's go ahead and just buy a little bit of everything. Antonia is really low on everything. And let's see. You never know when you might need a bagel. Let's add a couple. And maybe a pineapple and a plum. And I'm going to add just, a little bit of everything. As Lauren mentions in the blog, you can also add your own ingredients. We'll show you how to do that and create your own recipes in a future video. And I want to show you substitutions, so I'm just going to get a couple of these to see what we end up making. And before we get out of here, let's check out this specialized display with bread and pastas. As you can see, there's a bunch of different flours, tortillas, and you can just buy all of them and use them through substitutions. Lauren mentions that not everything can be substituted for everything, but there are a lot of options. And before we go, let's go ahead and get some herbs from this herb counter. Let's just grab a good variety in case we need to substitute anything in this category. You can of course buy your food while you're cooking as well as through your computer online. You can also go to these counters and go ahead and shop the entire store from the register. One thing we mentioned in our Q&A video is that you can also grow certain foods, in particular produce, so for example anything that you might garden at home. I'll grab a couple more ingredients and then check out, and then we can get back to cooking. Now taking a look at my shopping cart, it looks like we have around $300 worth of groceries, and hopefully this is enough to make a couple of recipes. Let's buy all and get out of here. And we're back home with Antonia, and we're going to cook something on the stove. Like I mentioned before, let's go ahead and make pancakes. Here you can see we have various types of flours, so I definitely went overboard, but you can replace these flours. So here I have almond flour, I have rice flour, there's a couple of different types that I can pick from, and you just go ahead and click substitute for the one that you want to replace. I have nothing that can replace eggs right now and nothing that can replace the milk, but as Lauren mentions in the blog, certain ingredients are required and can't be substituted. Let's go ahead and create that, and here's hoping that Antonia can actually make these pancakes. Lauren mentions in the blog, but there is a chance to fail depending on the complexity of the recipe as well as how many ingredients it requires and your cooking level. If you fail, you end up with this really gross looking purple stew called slop, and you can find that in our blog. Now Antonia is just putting the finishing touches on her pancakes and plating them right up. Unfortunately for Antonia, I'm not allowing you to finish eating. We're going on to the next recipe. You might have noticed that those pancakes leveled up our cooking, so let's go see what new recipes we've unlocked at level 3. So here you can see we have a nicer version of the pancakes we just made, which include berries. There's around 9 new recipes at level 3, but I also know that these are just the recipes at the stove. So let me go ahead and show you what we see when we go to the refrigerator. Now we're here at the refrigerator, and let's see what level 3 recipes we have here. We have some of the same ones like pad thai, but we also have a salad and guacamole. So there are different recipes depending on what you're looking to make and what ingredients you might have on hand. You can find some other sneak peeks to high-level recipes in Lauren's blog, as well as some other ways that cooking can factor into traits and how you can make your own recipes. Now before we go, I want to give you proof that I did not starve Antonia. It was another save file in another universe, but she did eat. Hope you enjoy these few seconds of Antonia enjoying her breakfast. Thank you so much for watching, and if you don't mind me, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go eat. See you next time.